The most common question that I seem to get asked about the law of attraction is, how do I get the law of attraction to start working for me? And that's easy. The first step is you have to recognize that the law of attraction is working. It already is working for you. That's the first step. And actually, that's a good one to take. You have to take inventory of your current life situation and recognize that your beliefs are what caused your current life situation. Now, that's a bitter pill for many people to swallow because the ego, it doesn't want to take responsibility for the life situation. There could be existential circumstances in extreme cases, depending on where you live or your history or whatever it is. But, if you're a fully functional adult living anywhere in the Western world, the chances are you're on your own now and you can stop using your childhood as an excuse to say why your life turned out the way it did. You can take control and let go of the past, heal the past, and take control of your life. Now, that said, look at what your current beliefs are, and then look at your life situation. And here's the thing, if you want to know what your current beliefs are, look at your life situation. Okay? And you're going to find all of your limiting beliefs there. Okay? Trust me on this one. And again, people, they really don't like it when you tell this to them because the ego, it doesn't want to take responsibility for things, but it's true. You might not like what's in there. If you start digging down into the subconscious mind, you're going to find stuff that's not happy. It's not pretty. It's old stuff. And that might explain your life situation if it doesn't seem to be a good one. And that's okay because you can change it. Okay. Now let's talk about belief too. So I'm going to give you some words and they all kind of mean the same thing. Consciousness, awareness, presence, focus, attention, belief. Consciousness, presence, awareness, focus, attention, belief. Now, ordinarily, when people are talking about beliefs, they are talking about thought patterns, right? So the ego is an accumulation of retained thought and emotional patterns, basically old tape recordings that keep playing over and over again in your heart and in your head. So these are stored reactions, and this accumulation of them constitutes the ego, personality. We're not saying that that's bad, it's just what it is. The problem is most people have programmed it in a negative way, in a limiting way, okay? But you can reprogram it in a positive way. But I want to be clear about this word belief, because in this video, when I am talking about the word belief, I'm not talking about thoughts, okay? Belief is what you are, okay? The soul, which is consciousness, is the creative force behind the law of attraction. The mind wants to think that it's the creative force. But really what's going on is you're a three-part triune being, body, mind, soul. And here's an analogy that I've often used. The mind is like the toddler in the child seat. It's like a baby seat or something in the car, okay? And it's got one of those fake plastic steering wheels on it, right? So that Junior can help Daddy drive the car. Now, when the child turns the steering wheel to the right, does the car go right? No, the car does not go right. The driver, you, the soul, which is consciousness, turns the steering wheel this way and the car goes that way. Okay, and the car, I suppose you could say, is the physical body. So you've got the car, which is the physical body, or life situation even. And you've got the driver, which is the actual soul, you, the real actual you, consciousness, awareness, presence, focus, attention, belief, right? All different words to describe the same thing, the soul. And then you've got the mind, which thinks it's in control of the car, but it's not. It has a fake plastic steering wheel. The mind doesn't cause manifestation, guys. It does not. Okay? The soul does. The mind is just a problem-solving tool, and it's a good one. It has its use, and it's really fucking good at solving sophisticated problems. But when you believe you are your mind, everything is a problem. Okay, but you are the conscious creator. You are consciousness, and you are the one who decides what to believe, including thought patterns. So again, I want to be really clear about this word belief, because a lot of people, when they use that word, they're talking about thoughts, and that's fine. I'm not even saying that's bad. I'm just pointing that out because it actually really matters. For me to communicate this teaching to you, I have to be clear about what I mean when I say the word belief. Belief is you, the conscious presence who's actually driving the car. Okay. And you can have thought patterns come up and you can say, I don't believe that. So you have some old, like, say you're trying to manifest some money and you've got an old limiting belief come up. See, there I did it, right? So what I really meant to say was an old limiting thought pattern come up. Do you believe it, however? You don't have to believe it. It's not really a belief, it's just an old thought pattern. Whether you believe it or not, that's another matter. But there is a you who can believe that thought pattern or not believe it. There is a conscious presence that is separate from the thought pattern. That's you, that's the soul, right? And so you just don't have to believe that thought. Or if you have an affirming thought come up, you can go ahead and believe it. So it's up to you guys. And it's not that if you have all these thought patterns come up, that it's going to screw up your ability to manifest. It's whether you believe them or not. Just stop giving them your attention. Focus, presence, consciousness, belief, attention, all the same thing. Stop giving your consciousness, focus, attention, belief to these thoughts. Just don't believe them. Just because these thoughts are coming up out of your subconscious doesn't mean you have to believe them. And besides, it probably wasn't even you that put them there. Okay, it could have been your parents, your peers, television, society at large. You don't have to believe that bull crap. You can reprogram your mind. It's true. But to do that requires you to be clear that you are the conscious believer. Okay, and to not believe something is to just take your focus off of it. That's all. That's all. So number one, recognize that the law of attraction is already working for you. You just don't like what you're getting, right? So that's the first thing we talked about. And number two, be careful what you believe, especially if it's your own old unconscious thought patterns. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.